Notifications. First, you are first, Andy. You are first. Jose, if you guys would share this out, get on Zello, tell them I'm live. Let's get some people in here. I got something to talk about. It doesn't involve anybody else. Except you, the viewer. Brewing some coffee here. Yeah, I know, it's Saturday morning, Steve. Jeez, what do you expect? Saturday morning. We're live. I want to talk about money. Money. Everybody loves money, right? Money. Money. Is money drama, Mike Miller? Is it? Because if money's drama, I've got plenty of drama. I got plenty of drama. Because money is drama, right? I mean, isn't that what we're all doing here? Isn't that why we're in these things called trucks? And I do it for the love of it. Well, yeah, that's true, but you would love it less if you weren't getting paid, right? Trust me, weeks without getting paid. So, what do you do? So we're going to talk about money. So we'll get some more people in here. Can't ask for too many more people, seeing that it's a Saturday morning, 8:30. And normally I go live on Saturday nights. And that still may happen depending on what my signal is. But, yeah, and I know my notifications get all screwed. I haven't even received the email yet that I'm live, which means that notifications may not be coming out. But we will talk about money, right? Here's one way to save money. Make your own coffee. If you are a coffee drinker, you are going to go through $2, maybe $4 a day in coffee alone if you buy it in the truck stop, right? Pale Rider was in here. He could tell me how much a thermos costs. Thermos full of coffee. It's usually like a refill, so we're going to call it $2. I know some places are more, some places are less. Some places you can get a refill for $1. In other places, it's about $2. Some places, it's about a 20-cent difference whether you get a refill with their cup or your cup. So there's that. So we can do this without making a mess. So we're going to go over ways that we can save money. Oops, I did this. I'm dumb. All right. That seems to be my moniker. I'm going to make a shirt. Say, I'm dumb. Aren't we all dumb, though? Aren't we all kind of idiots in our own kind of special way? Geez, you're out loud and rambling. You're awesome. All right. Sorry, I spilled a little bit because I am dumb. But smart enough to know not to have anything sensitive down here. Ah, that's good. Good stuff. All I got is plain Folgers in the truck. I don't have the 1850 that everybody's ranting and raving about. Eventually I have some of that in the truck. Got some at home, but I thought my fridge weighed more than me. Or drink it when I'm home, which will be in 2 days, right? All right. So there's the notifications. Now they're coming out. So here's some plans for me to save money, and I'll get to the comments here. I'm not going to be that guy that does read comments. All right. One of the things I'm going to save money with is this. Yeah. Right? Now, they've been in my truck all week. I have not opened them yet, but I will. See that lovely picture of eggs and stuff? I plan on doing that. I had some bologna. I was going to do fried eggs and bologna. It's a southern thing, right? Isn't that a southern thing? Missouri thing? Whatever. And then the other thing I got to save money is this. This is a roaster pan. So, Road Pro sent me that, and it looked like UPS had kicked the box across the driveway, but they're still intact, so that's good. Then another way I save money is this lovely thing. This will save me money, right? Now, come on, people, give me the thumbs up, because we're adding value to YouTube. I'm telling you about stuff where you could save money, right? Here's a way to save money. These fans, Amazon, 50 for like 10 bucks. Where Walmart, these are, I think, $1.88 for 3. Even worse though is the truck stops. They're like $4 for 3. They're cheaper aluminum, right? Let's see. What other ways can we save money? We'll start with that. We'll read some comments. Move to the front of the truck. Yeah. Stay. All right. We got the sun right in our eyes. Awesome. And let's see who we got here. Let's do some shout outs. Let's do some shout outs. Alrighty. Dang, you guys have been commenting like crazy. Alright, Daniel, Tommy, Jose, Charles Brandt, what's up? Grafton, Mike Miller, Johnny Bag of Donuts, Air Vaquero, Bright, Cubby, Truck and Jukebox, Daniel, alright, right yours. Well, this is a new live feed angle. Morning, I've been since 3 a.m. Come on, alright, cool. It's lunchtime, very good, very good. Scott, SRO Logistics, very cool. I'm gonna do this real quick. Oh, it worked. Okay. Truck for Life, what's up? Mike Miller, The Hool, and I'm gonna talk about that. Johnny Sacco, do what I do, tell him you're Jeffrey Roscoe. Yeah, a good way to save money on those plans is to have Jeffrey send you some, by the way. Moved to Wyoming, no state taxes. I bought a 3,000 foot home near Casper, $45,000. Nice. You know what? And we've got a couple of contractors that have been going in and out of Montana and Wyoming, that whole area. They're actually doing pretty good. Let's see how you like Wyoming here in about 1 month. Pale Rider is in hiding. Got your own coffee pot. That's the way to go. Save money, stop shaving. Very good. You know how much razors cost? You know how much money this luxurious beard has saved me? Even the generic razors are pretty expensive. It's the weekend, so wake and beer instead of wake and bean juice. Folders or Maxwell, it don't matter to me. There you go, Cubby. Asian My Show. I read comments. Eggs. Shadow Wolf, what's up, man? I saw that you were on the phone with Jeff on his live feed, which was 2.5 hours long, so I haven't gone back and watched it. I was in there in the beginning, but then Pale Rider went live, so I went and watched that instead because Jeff was talking about RVs. So, you know, I don't have any plans of getting an RV. I have no intentions of getting one, so, you know, I went to Pale Rider and supported my brother. Grafton, you have the skillet? Cool. Does it work really well? Because the thing I worry about is the 12 volt stuff. I've already had the first lunchbox cooker burn up one of the 12 volts up here, which I can't find the fuse for. I mean, I can find it, but I can't get to it. And then the one, if you have a 680, there's one above the microwave area, and that one's burned out, and I changed that fuse and it won't work. So the only two 12 volts I got that are working is one up here and one next to the sleeper head there. So soon Snowlord will whip up breakfast for the whole row at Flying J, making buco profit. There you go, the Hool. The only problem is I'm not at the Flying J. Rick Jones, what's up? Acceleration Rules. Nothing Witty is in here. It's only half in here. They have them at Costco, the Hool? I don't know. Don't Fuel. Mentos and jeez. Get a jug so you don't get tempted walking to the truck stop. Just kidding. Adam, the easiest way to not be tempted to buy stuff in the truck stop is to not take your wallet in. I think the first 2 years of a driver, all the trinkets and all the cool looking stuff, you know, you buy a lot of that crap, right? And after about another year, you're like, why is this even in my truck? And then you get rid of it, and then usually after that, the little trinkets and stuff aren't attractive to you. So, let's see if I can. But now, every now and then though, you'll come across something like this, right? Little squeegee for your mirror. Now I was like, well, that's kind of pointless, right? No, this isn't pointless because all the proceeds go to St. Christopher's Fund, right? But this is actually pretty handy. It's like the perfect size. And here's another tip. Don't use the squeegee thing from the fuel island to clean your mirrors, because there's Rain-X in that stuff, right? Rain-X is not awesome on mirrors. Dennis, what's up? Jason Perry. I'm a mechanic, not a trucker. This is the Hool. Where am I at today? I'm in Oklahoma City. Even as a local driver, I use the Road Pro lunchbox every day. Best $30 spent for my truck. Wow, that's cool, Ben. Dollar Shave Club. Thought I was going to be home Tuesday, but my top broker called me late last night and gave me another round trip. Guess I'll just have to stay out and make more money. You know what? I talked to Scott, and he's killing it out here. Using the same methods that I've seen other people successful in the spot market. Let's see if we can't get rid of this glare here. Let's see if this helps here. Oh, we fell down. Yeah, that's better. Now I can read the comments without a glare. I think he had a good feed. Enjoyed being on with him. Hope the listeners enjoyed it. Got some value out of it. Yeah, I'll have to go back and listen to the rest of it there, Shadow Wolf. Late check-in, Brent. Good morning to all. Need to check out and start rolling. Everybody have a good day and drive safe. Yeah, the first skillet I had barely got hot, but the second one can sear pretty good, so I have to watch out what I what circuit I put it out on this Volvo. Okay. I think it was a manufacturer defect on the first one. Yeah, that tends to happen with the 12 volts though. There's a big fad is those poppy air fresheners with LED lighting. The trend is having 27 of those things in the front window. That's weird. When in doubt, ask yourself, what would Jake Knell or Shadow Wolf do? I bought a mini dustpan and chrome lug nut cover for every single truck I've been in. Now, every now and then you find something that's pretty cool, like if you got those chrome nuts, and see, I got those covers that go over the whole hub, right? And every now and then you got to take them off to check, make sure you're not leaking all that. And I bought one of these. There, see? And this works really good. So there's that. Here's the thing. I downloaded an app. Check it out. Let's see. I downloaded an app called Food Cost, right? What it does is you could set up, I don't know if you guys can see that, you can set up a budget, right? And you can do it by day, week, month, you know, and enter in everything that you've spent on food, right? Because I guarantee you, I will bet money that 90% of drivers, including you lovely people in this live feed, don't know how much you spend in food a month. You might be the best number tracker guy for your business. You might know your cost of operation down to the 10th or 100th of a cent. But are you keeping track of how much you spend on non-trucking essentials, such as food, coffee, water, such things, right? Drivers use squeegee at Fuel Island to wash their trucks. Yeah, that is. You know, I was in Flying J there outside of Denver, and I watched 4 drivers do that in a row. Lunchbox heaters, coffee makers, and whatnot. I have chrome nuts, but my doctor said those bad. Oh my gosh. That's funny. I bought a spike lug nut cover, aka mechanic kneecappers. I thought about buying those, but they're kind of, I don't know. Seems like that would be the cliche thing for me to do, being all heavy metal and all that, right? But anyways, because think about this: if you go grab my old calculator, let's say you're out 6 days a week, 20 times 6, that's $120 a week that you're spending on yourself. Divide that or times that by 4, that's $480 a month, right? But how do you know how much you're spending? Do you keep track? You get, what I used to do is I would just get $100 on the ATM, and if I ran out, I just got more. But I tried to stay under that 100, right? Sometimes that doesn't happen. Sometimes you meet up with friends, go out to eat, you know, that kind of thing. So it's easy to track your food costs if you buy only Walmart or, you know, grocery store, right? Because you got the receipt right there, and then as long as you don't go in and buy something, you're good. But we all buy a cup of coffee every now and then, right? Yes, I did, and I was astonished on how much I paid on coffee. That's a fact. Also, the worst was what I spent on cigarettes. I gotta stop. Cigarettes. That is. I was behind a guy at the TA there in Stratford, and he bought, which I guess they got cheap cartons, right? And now, mind you, I haven't known what a pack of cigarettes has costed somebody since high school, right? And I forget, I even forget what, I think in high school it was like $4 or $5, something like that. And I watched this guy in front of me buy 3 cartons of cigarettes, and it was like $200 or some crap. It's crazy. I'm like, wow, you know. But that's crazy. But yeah, you're right, Shadow Wolf. I think that once you break everything down, you know, even if you're a company driver, even if you're a day cab driver, even if you know, you're dispatched, you know, it doesn't matter. What do you spend per day at these truck stops? And now to buy a headset here or to use your points, you know, that's something. People have told me that you got 2 types of people. You got one person that uses all their points to buy the big stuff, right? And then you got the kind of person that uses points for the everyday stuff. Which is better, do you think? If you get nothing but the big stuff, it's like you're getting a GPS for free, or you're getting a headset for free, right? Or if you have $50 in points and you buy a $100 item, you're getting $50 off, right? That kind of thing. But if you're buying a headset for $100 at a truck stop, but you can get it for $60 from Amazon, something like that, you know, I guess you're still saving money because it's free, right? But then I think the point system, they're always wanting you to use that. They don't want you to use that for the big ticket items. They want you to use that for the everyday stuff, the coffee, the chips, the donuts, all that crap, right? Pale Rider is in the house. Steel Span, what's up? Pigtail. The cigarettes is bad. Tobacco and overtax. Smoke, yeah. I did 50-50 between Spike and regular. I'll share the picture on Facebook. Okay. On the same wheel, you have to develop the habit of getting every receipt for everything. It seems weird at first, but after a while you would just do it out of habit. I agree, Scott. That's something that you can do. If you want to download an app and enter the information, just, you know, most places will give you the receipt. And you're like, oh, I want to throw this away, right? Keep that receipt, and at the end of the week, add those all up, right? And see what you're spending. Nowadays, it is cheaper to buy online. I use my points for food only. I buy all my goods on Amazon. There you go, Rick. Truck stop stuff is for stuff you really need now. If you have the time, you should shop around and save real cash, right? Or specialty items like, well, I mean, Amazon sells everything, right? Like, you can buy CB radios and everything, right? But yeah, the truck stop is more, I need this now, you know, kind of thing. Some stuff you want to buy, like you want to buy a CB radio at a CB shop so they can tune it to your truck. But stuff like GPSs and headsets and cameras and stuff like that, you know, Amazon could be the way to go. Start giving snow points out for frequent viewers. I could do that. I don't know what you get with them. If you go in the TA and say, hey, I've got snore points, they're gonna like call the cops on you or something. With the market the way it is, well, there's something very telling, right? Do you guys remember a couple of months ago there was a round table about how to survive in the current market? It had, like, I think Lil Dog was in there, Trucking Exec was in there, John might have been in there, Hensley was in there. strategies and how horrible the economy is or is going to be and all that stuff, right? Trucking Exec said something very simple and profound. He said, what do you do in a bad market? The same thing you do in a good market. You try to be as efficient as you can, pay attention to costs, something that you should be doing. And Dave Ramsey's talked about that too. What do you do in a recession? The same thing you do when it's good. You save money. You save, invest. And in some parts of the year or some years you make more, some years you make less. But if you're always saving, if you're always pinching pennies, then you don't have to worry about if there's a recession. You don't have to worry about if the market goes down. And everybody's like, okay, don't buy an expensive truck. Don't buy the expensive toys at home. But hardly anybody talks about, at least the circle I watch, talks about saving money on the road. And everybody talks about tracking your expenses. How much do you spend on tires? How much you spend on fuel? How much you spend on low boards? How much you spend on antifreeze and oil and all that stuff, right? But no one talks about how much do you spend on food? How much do you spend on the knickknacks and all the BS that these tourist traps called truck stops have, right? And we get a per diem, and so people are like, well, government gives me X amount of dollars a day. Well, company drivers, that may not be true, but that's fine and dandy. But how much are you spending? Are you accounting for that? Are you taking that money out of your salary? Do you pay yourself a salary? If you're a business owner, do you pay yourself a salary? Or do you buy food outside of that salary? And one of the best aspects of this diet that I've been on, or eating lifestyle is a better term, is that I've saved money. Instead of $10, $15 a day, I'm down to like maybe 2 or 3 for a cup of coffee, something like that. As much as I can eat in the truck. And I'm only eating twice a day. So, some days I'm only eating once. And that's money, big time. I once ran with a friend of mine. This is back when I was a company driver. And we went from, I think, Pennsylvania all the way to Springfield. And we stopped. We had Starbucks. We ate. It was like, I burned through like $100 within the 2 days that we were running together. And the person that's, the person that was with, if they're watching, they'll probably know who they are that I'm talking about. But, and like a lot of these people, here's the other aspect you can look at. A lot of these people are like, screw these truck stops. Screw the man. We hate the man. We hate the truck stops. These truck stops are blah, blah, blah. Well, you want to rebel? Buy your stuff before you get out, right? Rick, look, the trucking exec thing, I shouldn't have brought up his name because I don't really want to discuss that. I don't know either way. I read the article and I talked to a couple of people close to him. I'm not going to make a judgment call or, that is irrelevant to the conversation. I spend $100 a week, 60 on food, 48 on soda. But like, for example, look at how they price beverages, right? You can go to Walmart and buy a 2-liter bottle of soda for $2. But it costs almost that for a 16 or a 30 ounce, you know. Look at bottled water, right? You go to Walmart and buy the gallons of water for 88 cents. You can buy a case of water for $6 at the truck stop, right? That's 24 bottles. But yet, you can get 2 for $3, right? 2 for $4, 2 bottles. You know, but you sit there and you're like, it's just easier to grab the 1, right? Or the 2 versus being that guy with the whole case of water that you got to take to the truck and find room for it, right? Not a whole lot of, not everybody can have a refrigerator in the truck. And so what I try to do is, like, that's what's good about the Road Pro stuff, is that it's all 12 volts, so you don't need an inverter. Some companies won't let you have inverters. And there are portable refrigerators that you can buy that are actual refrigerators, not the Coleman coolers that you can get for under $200. So even if you slip seat, you could still have those 2 things, right? Because believe it or not, there are OTR drivers that do slip seat. There's a company out of Springfield, they slip seat their drivers. Brian D and I talked to a guy, and I know that company, and they slip seat their drivers. Every weekend when you come home, you clean out your truck, and then when you go out Monday, you're in a different truck. $1.68 for diet, Walmart. What do you think of the Ram McNally dash cams? I have some points to spend. Johnny, I don't know anything about them. Daniel Adami has one of those, I believe. I would ask him. You can buy a case of Walmart for $3. Right, you can buy a whole case of water or soda, whatever. I don't recommend drinking soda, but that's a different topic for a different day. But now, is it easy to get to Walmart? It's becoming more and more challenging for us to park at Walmart. It's become more and more challenging to find a Walmart to get into. Now, I've been blessed with the fact that I do a lot of the same loads, run a lot of the same highways, so I know exactly what Walmarts I can go into, which ones I can't. But I've been known on occasion to park next to Walmart at a truck stop and walk over, or or a grocery store, and then there's always Uber, $6 to take you to the nearest Walmart so you can buy groceries, and then, whatever. Water is the biggest ripoff. It's so crazy, but you got to have it. Right. Shadow Wolf, when I was running with my dad, they didn't sell bottled water at the stores. Back then, vehicles didn't really even have cup holders. I remember, in Shadow, if you probably remember this, remember the first travel mugs? They were like this cheap plastic coffee cup with this little thin round base, and you had to literally tape the base to your dash. It had like a sticky thing. And now you buy minivans that have like 16 cup holders. So the culture has changed, right? We want to be eating while we're driving. We want to be eating and drinking while, in the vehicle, right? And I absolutely used to despise eating in a vehicle. I always hated drive-thrus, right? And what you did with water was you bought one of those jugs, and every couple of days, you took it into the truck stop with you. You put some ice in it. You got their tap water, and then you're good. That's what you did. I did that for the first year I was out here, and but that is a way that you can save money. You still can buy those jugs. They're sitting there on the top shelf of the truck stop collecting dust, and you can still get ice for free if you have your own container. And boom, but now you got this huge 64-ounce mugs that a lot of people can do, and I got tired of mine. So, but yeah, bottled water is a huge scam. you know. But it's interesting because that's a big part of my business is hauling bottled water. So don't stop buying bottled water. but but that was one of the ways that my dad saved money out here. But that was, if you wanted water on the road, that's what you did, you know. You can get the Volvo cooler seat. It has a refrigerated drawer underneath it. Yeah. Ryan Clark, it's the $10 body wash that got me. Irish Springs, it's $3 anywhere else. Yeah. Daniel Dami's fixing to buy a truck in a year now. Last one was a red thingy with the Max Force. You pay 35% more for things at the truck stops. That is fact, Rick. I usually make like a whole bunch of barbecue or something in the weekend and then portion it out, heat it up in my lunchbox cooker throughout the week. Saves me a whole bunch of money and it's good. Yeah, because, you know, if you buy like a bunch of meat at once, it's cheaper, right? You get the family packs. It's a lot of work, you know, and a lot of people are like, well, you know, I'm doing work on my days off, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, but if doing 3 hours of work on the stove a week saves you $60 a week in food, isn't that? That's $20 an hour, right? That's good money. I dry fasted yesterday for 24 hours, no water, food, and it was 100 degrees. We'll give you appreciation for water. I don't understand the concept of dry fasting. Water fast, I see. Intermittent fasting, I definitely am all about, but dry fasting, I'm not convinced on that one. Remember that fresh water only lasts about 3 days. That's true. That is true. To keep it longer, you need a sealed container. That's where the bottled water comes in. Carry a big thermos with me back in the day. I have one of those Stanley coffee thermoses. But I've rarely used it. A lot of times in the wintertime, I'll fill it up with just hot water, and then I'll have tea, you know. Yes, I drink tea. I buy 4 cases of water for my truck when I'm home to save money on the road. I get the 40 packs. Wow, that's a lot of money. Thank you, Right Lane. The Fool, I'm glad you posted about cup holders. I heard cars in Europe don't have those, and I'm wondering if that was true. We have a culture of eating. We have a culture of always, you know, of always having something in your hand, right? And I remember that pathetic little cup on my dad's dash, sitting there vibrating, and coffee kind of like splashing, you know. It was crazy. And you know, in a lot of ways, you know, people can't make money that way. People can't make money if you're filling up a huge cooler of water every day. You know, people can't make money off that. That's free, right? Free. Now, and they make it hard sometimes, like if you want the filtered water from the soda machines, right? I used to fill up the 64-ounce thing. And Pilot had it set up to where you press and only do like so much. And then someone showed me a trick that if you hold it down, then it'll come out more. It just depends on the store how they set it up. But you're sitting there every 3 seconds trying to get 64 ounces of water. I got tired of tripping over the thing. So it's just easier for me to have a sealed bottle of water. Dude. They don't do the 90 per hour taco thing. Yeah, nothing. Woody's right. They cram as many cup holders. Like there's 2 in this truck. There's 2. One for the driver, one for the passenger. But something to think about is whether you're a business owner or not, whether you're just getting by in life, living paycheck to paycheck, if you track everything you spend, and now trust me, I'm kind of a hypocrite because I don't do that as much as I should, right? But now I am. Whether you're day cab owner, fleet owner, you know, OTR company, dispatch, even if you're a dispatcher for a company, everything you spend, a lot of people disregard. You know, it's easy for drivers to disregard food because we're not at the grocery store buying food for the family for the week, you know. So it's a little bit harder to keep track of your budget. I think that's part of it. And these truck stops, see, every store places things for you to buy. So that's what they do. It's a marketing thing where Walmart's really good about that. How many times have you guys gone into Walmart and you're like, I'm only getting 3 things. Next thing you know, you got a full shopping cart and you spend $100. How many times has that happened? Truck stops are no different. Convenience stores are no different. How, you know, like TA, what do? TA, they have specials. Like one time I walked into a TA there in London, Ohio, and they had 50,000 of these little cracker things, right? And I'm like, so I joked with the clerk. I said, wow, someone get fired over that over order? And they're like, no, we run a thing once a month, or, you know, every month, and this month it's crackers, next month it's going to be donuts, you know. They buy a bulk of one thing, and then you get 2 for $1, you know, stuff like that. And it's designed for you to go, oh, hey, I wasn't thinking about eating a donut, but here's a package of donuts for 50 cents and normally costs $2. Think about that. The Hostess donut gem things, they're almost $2. You get them at a bakery thrift store for 50 cents, you know. I don't recommend them eating at all, but, you know, if you're going to eat that kind of thing, eat cheap. The Lambo Urus. We are a spoiled culture. Some people might not like this comment, but Americans don't know what poor struggling is when you compare the world as a whole. That is true, Charles. That is absolutely correct. Rick says alkaline water is pretty good, but it is pricey. I've seen gallons of water at the Whole Foods store that were like $6. $6 for a gallon of water. Put that in your head. But Charles makes a really good point. I was down a rabbit hole on YouTube this morning, and one of the videos I watched was the top 5 most dreadful times of human existence. I mean, okay, we're gonna click on that, and it talked about the Black Plague. It talked about the Spanish flu. It talked about the era of Europe between World War I and World War II, where you had the Spanish flu in between that. It talked about that Chinese emperor that literally was responsible for the deaths of millions, right? By starvation and other tactics. We have it pretty good in America, but America is a consumerist society. Humans in nature, by nature, are consumerists, right? We consume. That's what we do. We're like locusts. And while I enjoy capitalist society, there's a lot of corporatism, which is a different thing. And everything that you come across is designed to take money from you. Everything. You know, there's a meme where someone's burning $100 bill. It says, if you can do this without crying, you're ready to be an owner-operator. And that is so true. I spent $100 yesterday on a truck wash. Now people are saying, well, Steve, wouldn't that save you money by not washing your truck? I believe truck wash is a good part of maintenance. I think it should be done at least once a quarter. It's easier to see oil leaks. It's easier to see anything that might be going on. I don't do engine washes. You know, you don't want to do that. But keeps the salt and grime off the wiring. I believe it's an essential part, and it makes you feel a little bit better, right? Having a clean truck just makes you feel better. And so the fact that if I don't drink coffee out of the truck stop for, you know, so many weeks, that pays for that truck wash once a quarter, right? That's how you have to look at that. There are incredible tax breaks if you know how to utilize the tax laws that will save you money and will make you money. Oh, make money? Oh wow, you got my attention, Steve. And so it's all relative. And a lot of people are like, oh, you got to get a fuel efficient truck. You got to get skirts on your trailer. You got to, you know, do this to save on fuel. Do this to save on wear and tear. Do this to save on tires. You know, we're always looking for the best fuel discount, the best tire discount. You know, which blow boards to use, what kind of discount can I get? You know, the YouTubers, they put out discounts and all this stuff, right? But no one thinks about the food. No one thinks about the basic necessities that you need to survive out here. It's easy to track when you're at home because, you know, you have a grocery budget and then you go out to eat, you know, and you budget. You know, it's all about budgeting, right? And all you gotta do, I just made a mess. All you gotta do is look at what you spend a week. Don't budget. Do what you normally do, but yet keep track of it. You'll be amazed with how much you're spending. And I think a lot of people don't realize that. And the more you save, the more you can spend on cool stuff, right? So, because I'm dumb. All right. Provost is here. Start over. No. Let's see. Ralph Floto. Alkaline water is a scam. If you want alkaline water, put some baking soda in it, but your body doesn't need to completely non-acidic. To be completely non-acidic. That's a good point. I had a friend of mine that worked for a radio station locally. And the radio station he worked for got bought out by a bigger corporate radio station. And they do what they call market analysis, right? And they've got it down to a science. They've got it down to where colors of your logo will help sell products. Green and yellow reminds you of fresh. Red and yellow makes you is subliminally like representative of food. Blue is the soothing color for selling, you know, cleaning products or personal hygiene products. blue and green. What's the colors of Subway? Green and yellow. What's the colors of McDonald's and Pilot? Red and yellow. Waffle House, yellow, right? Huddle House, red and white. Flying J, red and white. Colors are a big part. Like, well, that's ridiculous, Steve. No, it's true. These market companies analyze what makes a person buy something. What makes you buy a cheeseburger when you're not hungry? What makes you want to buy 64 ounces of Mountain Dew when you're not thirsty? You know, stuff like that. The mere mention of words like coffee, bacon, steak, will inflict thoughts. And we buy everything off emotion. And when you buy off emotion, that is when you're going to make too many purchases. Morning coffee thoughts. There, Ralph. That book has changed your life. Yes, Provost, it has. Hopefully it will. It's changed my perception, which is the first step of changing things, right? Right, Provost? Do what I do. Get some Resorb, the stuff you get right after massive stomach flus and whatnot. I use it when I'm hungover. Either morning coffee thoughts or medium change triglycerides. I think this video is the first one. If you haul grain tanker, I don't think aerodynamics will save that much fuel. Most non-aerodynamic trucks are on fleets where aerodynamics is not an issue. If you're hauling generic dry van freight, having a non-aerodynamic truck is really hurting your costs. That's why you see those kind of trucks in the tanks, in the flatbeds, because in heavy haul, because heavy haul, it's all about the engine and how much it can pull, not how aerodynamic it is. Tankers are naturally aerodynamic anyway, so you don't have this box of, behind you, and so therefore, boom, you're a big tunnel, right? And you got to have a powerful engine to deal with the tank surge and all that. So you're absolutely right. Go check Minnesota. My pillow guy wears blue shirts. Oh, you talk about the product. I thought something else is going on there. Who's your pillow guy? Why is he wearing a blue shirt? All right, Shadow Wolf, you take it easy, man. Running to the blue light special. There you go. Here in Europe, where diesel costs money, you see aero trucks everywhere. Look at the trucking company Monsoon, all large cars. Right, and the Hool brings up a good point once. I'm just kidding, the Hool. But diesel's a lot more expensive in Europe. When fuel goes back up, that's when people start, oh man, maybe buying hood was not a good idea, right? Because back in the day, fuel was cheap. Diesel was like $1 a gallon. So yeah, it didn't matter if you idled 26 hours straight. Didn't matter. Of course, the truck could take that too. Doesn't matter if, you're doing 90, through the hills and all. You're 99,000 pounds in New York. $5 to $9 per gallon. Is that in Europe money or in American money? So yeah, Europe's system of how they deal with fuel is that, it's all about fuel efficiency. It's all about dealing with those costs. American money. Wow, that's a lot of, see? Can you guys survive if diesel was $9 a gallon? Could you guys survive? Those of you buying the fuel? Can you imagine paying triple of what you're paying now? Could you be profitable? Not with the rates they're paying. But if fuel was that high, everything would be that high. Milk would be $10 a gallon. I do have the jokes. I can be funny. I'm better than, sometimes I'm better than being funny looking. Every now and then I'll get a joke out. Anyways, I downloaded the app. It's called it's fully charged. Man, I love this new rapid charger. Let's see here. Food costs. That's all it is. Food costs. That's all it is right there. It's that, look, that color. Real easy to use. You don't have to sign in anything. You just open it up. Boom, there it is. Set up your budget. Okay, I want to do $100 a month or $20 a day. And then it keeps track. So like, for example, for the month, my budget is $249. That's and so what happens is that number is in red, right? And it'll tell you what you're averaging per day. So if your goal is per day, right there. Even though I didn't spend $10 today or $10 yesterday, the amount of money I spent in Walmart, average it out for the month. And so you put it to the month. For the week, I'm way over because I spent, you know, I've been buying coffee in the truck stop. And see, everything's in red, right? Red is bad, red. And I'm averaging, so far in September, $21 a day. So I think my budget is 7 days. I believe I put it at $14.28 a day is what I budgeted. Like, well, you know, per diem takes care of a lot. Well, so if you can get that per diem write-off or deduction, it's a better term, but you're not spending that, guess what? You're making money. Whoa, that's weird. You can barely afford gas in your car. I know, Red Pepper, you don't do some tough times, man. No. Do I have a copy of the Roadkill Cookbook? No. Thanks to Richard Christie, people think that everybody in Kansas and Missouri eats roadkill, and we don't. I've never eaten roadkill. I've had squirrel, I've had rabbit, but they were killed by a gun. So, there's that. Any other comments, questions, or concerns? Are they giving you a new Peterbilt for promoting that app? I wish, little bike coach. Oh man, you're listening to the same stuff I am. No, I've been trying to bug Jeff to give me a free truck for a while, but he won't do it. Best I get is some pants. That's the best thing I get from Jeff is some pans and his numbers to work off of. We have 10 reward cards, never pay for coffee or showers. That's the thing. If it, you know, it used to be when I first started out here that if you got fuel, free cup of coffee. And they figured out that they could do it better if they just did a point system. So if you're only getting, say, 100 gallons of fuel every other day, that's only $1. So it takes every other fueling to get a free cup of coffee now if you do it that way. Where it used to be, like Love's got a deal where if you bring in your own cup and you just got fuel, then you get a free cup of coffee. But then you got to scan your card. And gee, why would you scan your card? And now they can keep track of what you're spending. Now they keep track of what you're buying. So they base their pricing and they base their promotions off of what you're giving them with the card scan. And it really throws them for a loop when you say, no, I don't have my card on me. You know, oh, what's your phone number? I'm not, look, I just want to buy my cup of coffee and get out, Like 15 people behind me, the last thing they want me to do is to be scanning my card over and over, to possibly get $1 off something like 3 months from now, Don't let those promotions trick you into thinking you're saving money. That's the other thing. There's a lot of wording, like for example, if you buy 3 car tires, you get one for free. Wow, free! Oh my gosh! Yeah, that's a good promotion because you're getting a whole tire for free. No, you're getting 4 tires for one price. They're just using that word free to make you think that you're getting a deal when in reality you might be saving $10 for the whole deal, right? It's all wording. George Carlin has some excellent videos about the subject of marketing because his parents worked in advertising. You want to learn the tricks of the trade? Start studying sales. If you're not a truck driver, go work in a sales department somewhere. Really learn that trick of the trade and then become a truck driver, and you'll become an excellent person in negotiating rates and stuff like that, because we're service industry people, right? A lot of people don't realize that. We're providing a service, so therefore we have to sell ourselves to provide that service. So what makes me better than this Werner truck next to me? That kind of thing. So I have to present, what can that guy offer that I can't, and vice versa. Well, what Werner can offer is capacity, more trucks, more trailers, more people, than little log truck, right? So they're going to get the contracts. They have more to offer, but they have to sell themselves. They have to sell themselves that, hey, we can offer more than that schmuck with the beard next to me, I would have made squirrel stew yesterday if I had time to deal with it. Between running back and forth to my dock, yeah. I guess the car to pilot, I use car to pilot all the time. It gives you a discount on coffee even though I don't use the points. Yeah, I'm barely at a pilot. We don't have any fuel discount at Pilot Flying J. So I don't find myself in there a lot. Now back at Schneider, there were some months that we were getting 4 points to a gallon. Especially if you use the app to start the fuel pump. Wanting to get fuel, and I went to go use my app at Pilot, and I was, because I had the fuel there, and had I hadn't been logged in a while. TJ Jones, being all special with his font and everything. Morning, sir. Anyways, we're at an hour. Thanks for watching. Here's a little bit of a YouTube challenge. Track your money. Track your money on what you spend on the food. Track your money. See how much money you're giving these truck stops. And how can you reduce that, right? You pay to park every other day. How much money is that? Find ways to make it work. I use my points for parking. That's where I use my points. So I'm not one of these guys that's going to gripe about paid parking, because that's what I use my points for. And that system has worked well for me. I do that with all the truck stop chains. Well, Love's doesn't charge for parking, but that could be a hindrance sometimes because you can't reserve. That's the best part about paid parking is the reserve, right? It's like you're guaranteed to get a parking spot. I've seen some pilots that if they accidentally overbooked, they'll let you sleep in the fuel island. They shut the fuel island down, you draw your curtains, you're good to go. I've seen that. I'll give you 50 cents for $1. What you can go on, ask yourself, what would Roscoe do? Roscoe's a penny pincher, so you can afford them fancy cigars. Isn't that right, Provost? If you save money in other places, then you can buy cooler cigars, right? Anyways, thanks for watching. Not sure if I'll do a weekend live tonight. It just depends on my signal, which so far I haven't had any issues. There's a stretch between Lebanon, Missouri. Actually, no, we'll go even further. Springfield to Joplin. I dropped calls 4 times. Same mile markers every single time. I went all the way from Lebanon, Missouri to Joplin without dropping the call once. So I'm digging this new carrier, right? Hit the thumbs up button, Brian Garner, what's up? And hit the thumbs up, share this video, because I'm going to keep it up, unlike some of my other live feeds where I'm that a-hole that takes them down. I do that every now and then. And, but I think this one might have some value to you. So, you ordered the 11 Pro Max. I have no idea what that is. What is the 11 Pro Max? Let's educate me, because I need educate. I need education. iPhone. Okay. No wonder I didn't know. I'm enjoying my Galaxy Note 10 thingamajigger. Although I haven't utilized that the pen thing a whole lot. And I know my daughter's kind of jealous because she wants something like that. I was too cheap to buy her Galaxy S10. So, anyways, or Note 10. So, anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Click like, subscribe to the other people in here that have channels. I'm not going to single anybody out because I don't want to forget anybody. Let's put out some positive, creative YouTube content. Okay, so anyways, thanks for watching, and we'll see you.